Ha. And one, and two, and 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was good.
Wow.
We
Perfect
timed
timing.
that very well.
Thanks to the Wiggles for coming in and playing a bit of music.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.
Thanks, guys.
All right, there they go.
See ya.
No. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 81 to the Young Crimes Podcast. My name is Sean.
What's the purple one's name?
Wake up, Jeff.
Jeff. That's it. First name, Wake Up. Last name, Jeff. That's weird.
That's weird. It's a weird name, isn't it?
First names for last names
Lovely
don't
guy,
really
mate.
work.
It's great how he came all the way out here just to play that little jingle for us for our podcast.
Thanks, Jeff. He slept through the whole thing.
Classic Jeff, mate.
Just another day at work.
Someone tell that man to wake up, I reckon.
My name's Michael. This is the Young Crimes Podcast. Your name is Sean. I think you said that already.
I did already say that.
Thank you.
Mate, I think you should be waking up.
Oh, bloody hell, mate.
Classic.
It's what's today? Monday.
Today's
What's been going
Monday.
on? Did you hear about I was about to say Novak Djokovic, but it's Novak
Novak Djokovic.
Novak Djokovic.
Is that actually what it is?
Yeah.
I don't know. What
Novak
happened?
Djokovic.
Didn't you say he had COVID like within the last 6 months, so he doesn't need to get vaccinated?
Well, yeah, basically. So he's a professional tennis player, in case you live under a rock. And he's not world number one, I think. I think he's world number one. At least
world number one.
At least top 2.
At least top 5.
Him and Nadal, I think, still compete.
I think
and then
so.
there's Federer. He's fallen behind a bit. I think he's getting a bit old, Federer.
Yeah, the old
Anyways, Novak Djokovic, he was trying to come to Australia for a tennis tournament, maybe the Australian Open. I have no idea what's going on in the tennis world right now.
I think it's the American Open.
In Australia?
Continue? Yeah.
Why is that? Because it's winter over there?
That was a joke.
Anyways, might be the Australian Open, might not be.
I think it is the Australian
Whatever
Open.
it is. And he's famously anti-vax.
Oh, is he?
He's pretty he's been outspoken against things in the past, like whatever
He's a hater.
requirements of travel and things like that. Yeah, he's famously a bit anti-vax, and he came out a few years like when COVID kind of started. He made public his opinion. So, anyways, he's not vaccinated, but he had COVID in the last 6 months.
Okay.
Now, this is where I think Australia kind of messed up here.
Yeah.
To travel into Victoria, you don't need to be vaccinated.
Yeah.
One of the things is you can be you can have had COVID in the last 18 months or 6 months. Sorry,
I think it was 6 months.
and that'll give you like the antibodies or whatever you need to like fight COVID again. So it's basically like being vaccinated. But the laws to get into Australia at a federal level, who deals with customs and borders and visas, said, nah, not good enough. You need to be vaccinated. And he refused to or didn't want to or whatever. And because you have to get vaccinated and then wait like 2 weeks, which I think the tournament might have been over anyway.
It would have been over, yeah.
So he couldn't do that. And so there was a big thing. He's like, I've already been accepted. Like, I've already checked with the Victorian government. They've said it's okay.
So the federal government were the ones
why is there now an issue? And he's like, well, they stopped him at the border and like checked the thing is in his visa and he wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, oh, like I think most people are happy that we didn't just like wave him through just because he's a basically international superstar at tennis. And everyone was a bit like, yeah, go F yourself because like you got to be vaccinated to come in the country. Like you can't just because you're famous doesn't mean otherwise. But then I think there's another bunch of people that think it's a bit unfair because he thought he had the right thing by the Victorian government, but then the federal government got in the way and
I think the issue
border and
is-
customs and stuff.
The issue is just, like you said, like having the same rules for state and federal.
Yeah.
Like, why are they different?
Yeah, why are they different?
It
It's
makes
weird.
sense.
Especially for international travel. Like
They should be the same.
yeah, I
And
suppose
it's like,
yeah, I don't know.
it just makes it way more complicated. And it's just like, it's a perfect example of like just not having the same sort of rules when it comes to federal and state and different states having different rules. And it just makes it so much more complicated.
But the country he's coming from, his like president was like on Twitter being like, this is so unfair. Like,
He's from Serbia, I think.
Serbia? Yeah. Serbian? Yeah. So the Serbian like prime minister or president or whatever they have there was like
King.
on Twitter being like, this is terrible by the Australian government. So what a joke. And it's like,
Well, I think he's been cleared to play, so I think
This
he's
is
good to
weird.
go. I think.
no, he's not allowed. He's been kicked out.
Are you sure? I saw
100%.
Are you sure?
100% he's
I
been
saw a
kicked
thing
out.
and it said Novak is clear to play. That's what I saw.
Don't think so.
You want to pause and let's check?
Yeah, let's fact check.
Squanched.
I was wrong because as of like 9 minutes ago, there was an article that just said it's been overturned and now he's playing, which
it's like
I don't know, man.
It was a double negative. It was
I just think it's silly because it's like, well, we originally said no because of our pretty clear rule that you didn't meet. And then they've argued against not like the fact that he didn't meet the rule, but like argued against the rule itself. And I'm like, well, what?
How does he get an exemption?
Like this wouldn't happen for your average Joe.
No.
So why should it happen for him?
I think I
hate the idea that like the fact that it's a big profile case means that it goes through quicker.
It's just embarrassing for us because we clearly like have rules, and then I guess it doesn't apply for these famous people.
I hope he loses. I hope he goes out in the first round.
Whether the rules are like whether you agree with the rules or not, it's just a bit embarrassing because we didn't utilize them. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, okay, all right.
Any sort of mix-up like that's very embarrassing.
Yeah, but anyways, that sucks.
Did you go shopping with some other people?
Yeah, so, pardon me. I went shopping with a mate of ours, Baron.
Yep.
On Wednesday, I think.
Yep.
And it was really good. I bought lots of nice clothes, you know? Mm-hmm. But, like, if I was to go shopping with someone, it would be Baron because he's very good at like style. We have similar styles and we can bounce each other really well.
He's good at styling.
He's very good at styling. Like, he'll tell you if that doesn't look good or that's a bad idea.
Even if, like, I've been shopping with him before, and even though my style is very different to his, he's still good at styling me.
Yeah. But it just makes me think it's like sometimes I just like shopping on my own purely because when you're racing around like the shops trying to find like one particular item that you want and you can't find it and then you feel bad to your friend because you've gone to like 4 different stores trying to find this one thing. I was fortunate enough that one time that I went last week where I found nearly everything that I wanted straight away. But there's been times where you're with someone and it's like, I want this, and then you try it on and you finally find it and you try it on and then you don't like it and then you feel bad because you've just raced around for like an hour and you didn't get what you wanted, and it was like, but yeah, it just makes me think it's like sometimes shopping on your own's sometimes better.
I fully agree. I prefer going shopping alone. Like, just full stop.
Because it's only in your head. It's like you don't feel bad for yourself for walking to that, you know. Like, you go look at one thing at one shop, and then you're like, oh, like that looks all right, but I might go find it somewhere else first. Go find it somewhere else, you don't like it, then you go back to the original store, so then you feel bad for the person.
You're not wasting anyone's time.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
I find that every single time I've been convinced into an item, I've never worn it. I never wear it. So there's a few times throughout my life where like I've been shopping with is like, it looks really good. Like, absolutely get it. Like, that looks heaps good.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't really, I'm not feeling it for some reason. I don't know why. Just some reason. And then I do get it home and I'm like, even though they said it looked really good, don't like it.
So I tell you what it is.
Just never wear it.
There's always a personal thing with like a person shopping with you because they want to leave. So it's like, they want to shop for them. Yeah. So it's like if they're looking around and you're like, oh, do you like this? And it's like they don't want you to not buy it because then we have to go somewhere else. So it's like, yeah, man, just get it. It looks good. Get the fuck out of here.
See, I don't buy things just to waste my friend's time. Oh, it looks really good. Shut up. I'm not getting it anymore.
Yeah. Oh, really? You think it looks good? What, you want to leave? That's too bad. And if the opposite happens...
You want to go home?
What, you want to leave? And the opposite happens?
If you want to go, go.
Yeah.
Wait in the car.
Dude, get lost.
Wait in the car.
Away.
On your way.
Bye.
Give me a boost. I'll meet you there.
Yeah, meet you boost. Give me bubble tea and we'll call it. But yeah, that was just the thought I had. This wasn't like a bad experience that I had with Baron. I haven't really had many bad experiences, but I 100% agree. There has been so many times where I've been out and there's like a particular piece of clothing that I want and I find it, but it's not exactly what I wanted. And then they're like, oh, just get it. Like, you found it. And then it's like, oh, all right. And then you get home and you're like, damn it.
See what I find's weird? People like our age or even past like 18 whose parents still buy their clothes.
Wait, people still do that?
Yeah. Well, I think so.
Really?
Yeah, we both know someone. I'm not going to mention names.
Okay.
Yeah. But
really? Their mum still buys them clothes?
Yeah.
Well, like outside of Christmas and stuff?
Yeah, like they'll go home or they'll buy it and then their parents will transfer the money for it. Because they have I think it's the mentality of like, you're still under my roof, so I'll still pay for your necessities. But I'm like, a $50 shirt isn't a necessity.
What?
Like, I'd understand if it was like...
That's crazy. Can I move in? Because that's crazy. I had to start buying my own clothes at like, as soon as I started working. It was like,
but it was the same with me.
Yeah.
My mum would pay for like runners.
Yeah.
Or like some
Maybe some soccer boots.
But I wasn't the type of person with multiple pairs of shoes. Like all my life, I've only ever had one pair of runners, like a pair of like kind of skate style shoes, like casual shoes, like Vans. But those I bought myself. My parents would only buy runners because I'd need them for school.
Yeah.
So it was like a school necessity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as soon as I reached like 14, almost all my expenses except for like overhead costs with living, like at home, like food and rent and stuff like that, was like all me.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I think I learned so much about like spending and saving money that way.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're still buying clothes, definitely past, it's a bit suspicious if you're like 18, 19, still getting your parents.
Yeah.
But beyond 20, 21, that's weird. That's so weird. That's so strange. Like,
Very
what the hell?
strange. Yeah.
That's almost unheard of. And I think I know who you're talking about. Look, good for them. Like, I'd take that deal and run with it as much as I can.
I'm a bit jealous, to be
I'm
honest.
super jealous.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Sometimes.
Especially if it's expensive clothing too, like $50 t-shirts and stuff, like he was saying.
Yeah. I suppose if you grew up with it and it was normal, you probably wouldn't see it like an issue with it. But it's like, I think if it was offered to me now and my parents just like started buying me things, I'd be like, no, why? Oh, what are you doing? Stop
I
it.
feel weird about it.
I'd feel really weird.
100%.
I remember once my parents never bought me anything really. They'd give me some money at Christmas, but that was basically it.
Yeah.
And then like, of course, like some Christmas presents that were a bit nicer or whatever, like something a bit nice, like, undies or socks, but like never really buy anything like fashion wise or food wise when we were out. Like we weren't a family that went out ever.
Yeah.
And when I was like 20, I never did the whole first beer with dad kind of thing. Did you do that with your dad?
What, like when you turn 18?
Yeah, you go to a
with your
pub
dad?
and your dad buys you your first beer, your first legal beer. Yeah, I didn't do it. Some families do.
Ooh, that's
my parents just didn't. I was like 20 before I was even at like a drinking environment with my dad.
Yeah,
like, that you would buy alcohol at a bar.
Yeah, pretty the
And
same.
he was like, I was there with my brothers, and we're all the same. We all were raised the same, and so we all went to like go buy our own drinks, or like you'd just pair up with one of them and do a round each kind of thing.
Yeah.
But my dad's like, I got this one, boys, and we're all like,
whoa,
this is weird.
This is weird.
I don't like
Yeah.
this. Yeah, it's almost like I felt like I had to pay him back.
Yeah.
because like it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, I
it's
never
not
had
something
that.
I'm comfortable with yet. Like just taking money from parents, kind of
Yeah,
thing. In
it's
that
weird.
way, Christmas, absolutely, give me all the money you want.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but like,
No, I do
in that
agree
sort of
with you.
sense. Nah, it felt really strange.
This Christmas that just came, my parents were like, oh, well, they don't give me a birthday, they didn't give me a Christmas present, but they're like, we'll give you, my mum was like, we'll give you, it's like, we'll buy you some sports shorts because you need them. And I was like, yeah, okay. She's like, I'm going to go to Rebel Sport now and I want to find some. And I'm like, can you buy me a voucher instead? Because I'd rather get it myself because I'd hate to get something and want to return it. And she's like,
Hey, Sean, I got you these lime green ones.
yeah, not that my mom will pick a bad one, but it's just more of like a personal thing. It's like I'd rather pick it.
Yeah.
And especially with sport clothing, it's like it has to be really nice and comfy and like
Yeah.
it's like, can I just pick it? And she's like, no, I'll get it. And I'm like, just get me a voucher, please. Just get me a voucher.
Yeah.
And she got a bit annoyed because I wanted the voucher instead. But I don't know. I think buying clothes, getting your parents to buy clothes at this age is just weird as hell.
It's
just strange.
Nah, strange. Sometimes when I was like 16 or like,
I can't remember the last
more
thing.
younger. It was younger than that. It was like 14, 13. Sometimes mum would come home after she's been at the shops and she'll have a few shirts and she's like, try these on. I got them for sale. And I was like, I don't need shirts. Why are you buying me shirts? But I would try them on, and whichever ones I liked, she would then return the rest.
Yeah,
Did your parents ever do that when you were young?
I think so, yeah. I think from
that's
memory.
such a strange way to shop.
It is,
where it's
yeah.
like, let me buy these because I think they'll work and then return them when they don't. I'm like, that. You're just creating so much work for
But I
yourself.
tell you what, shopping in person is so much better than online.
I can't do online shopping. I've tried
I've
it before.
done it a few times. But if I'm buying like shoes, I'll buy it online because I already know what size I am.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm inconsistent with sizing.
Yeah.
I usually sit like 10.5 to 10.
Yeah.
So it's like
some shoes are a bit
some
narrow
shoes I'm
and stuff.
11,
Yeah.
some shoes I'm like 10. So I don't know.
But
So-
yeah, like I bought these shorts and normally I'm like a large in the shorts. Tried on the medium and they're a perfect fit.
You're not wearing shorts.
Oh, yeah, true. I was wearing shorts. And it's like, it's just weird. And it's just, I think everyone knows that it's better in person. But
Yeah.
if you have the opportunity to do it, especially by yourself, 100%. Just go do it by yourself. It's chill. It's relaxed. You just go, you try it on. I don't know. It's just so much better. That's just what I know.
I like shopping in person.
I cooked a steak, Michael.
How was it? We were talking about it last episode. How was your steak?
Was I talking about
what cut was it?
Okay, so I was telling my brother-in-law and my uncle, who's a butcher, on the up in Foster, the holiday just went on, and they're like, "How old are you? Have you never cooked a steak before?" And I'm like, "Nah, I haven't." And they're like, "How old are you? Aren't you like 22?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I just haven't done it before." It went all right. So I went and got, at the moment, I think Woolworths, because they're getting a lot of cases at the warehouses and stuff, not everything's like full. So I didn't have like the wide range of things to pick. But I got I think it was called like an oyster cut or something like that.
Oyster blade?
Yeah.
That's the one I told you not to get last week. Did it have a bit of gristle in the middle? It was like chewy fat?
Yeah. It was a bit marbly, so I was like, this looks pretty good.
Yeah, they are a little bit.
Well, there was 4, but there was like not the marbly fat on all of them. One of them did have what you said, where it was
like kind of chewy bit in the middle.
Yeah, gave that to the dog. But the other 3 were actually quite nice cuts. Like they didn't have big fatty pieces.
Right.
So I think that was pretty sweet.
Okay, maybe it was just we got bad ones.
Yeah, but it goes so quickly. You're just like,
it's a bit stressful, isn't it?
You're doing it. You're like, oh shit, gotta flip it. Oh god, do it again.
How'd it go?
Yeah, it turned out really good. It tasted really nice.
Like a medium rare? What'd you go for?
I tried to go for medium rare. It was a bit rare.
Okay.
I think I had the pan on too hot and like the outside was a bit, and I was like, yeah, sweet, cut it up. And it was quite rare. But I was speaking to my uncle and he's like, you'd rather have it more rare than like well done. He's like, you'd rather have a bit more rare. So it's not that bad. But yeah, it was a great learning experience. It was quite fun.
Yeah, it's cool, hey?
I really want to go back and buy like a nice piece, like just single piece instead of like 4 instead.
How'd your dog like it? Did your dog eat it?
He loved it. You know, Finn was just like,
yummo.
Sean, you've nailed it again.
Can I have the chewy bit?
Can I have the chewy bit? Can I have the bone too? Yummy. But it was that choice or like a big rump steak. And I'm like, I don't want to cook a rump steak.
No. But, so there's some steaks there that are fucking huge,
massive,
like so big, and I'm like
bigger than my hand.
No one needs 400 grams
huge
piece
hands.
Of steak.
Yeah,
for me, honestly, a 200-gram steak is plenty.
I ate like 2 of the steaks that I cooked.
Yeah,
and that was it.
I just think it's way too much. Like it's way too much. The oyster blades are probably like 125 grams.
They're not
something like that. Yeah, for the whole packet, it was probably like 600. I'm guessing.
I think it was like $15 for the whole pack, $16 or something. Yeah. It wasn't too bad.
That's pretty normal.
It's pretty cheap.
Meat is expensive.
Meat is expensive.
I had no idea meat was so expensive until I started shopping for my own meat to cook.
Yeah.
Because my parents, like when your uncle said, like, you've never cooked a steak before when you're 22. It's like, yeah, well, when I have been left, I still live at home. So usually mum and dad cook dinner. And like when I do cook my own dinner, it's like pizza or 2-minute noodles or like cereal. Like I don't cook my own steak dinners cereal. Kind of thing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like so it's not that hard.
I just get like chicken's my go-to because like you can buy like a big bulk of chicken, a big bulk pack of chicken, and you just like even that's expensive. That's like $13 for like 4. And then you cut it up, and that lasts you for ages, which is good. But yeah, I just never get like red meat and stuff because I don't feel it like lasts long because it's always more expensive.
I find it hard to justify the price.
Yeah,
like it's good when you cook it really well, but even then, it's like
this probably
it's
won't
hard.
Fill me up.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to justify $13.
Yeah,
like for a nice piece.
Yeah, I mean, I got like $15 worth of steak, and that lasted me. If I kept it all, it would have been 2 nights.
Yeah.
Whereas you buy the same amount for like chicken, that'll last you like 4 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, I look at like pub prices, and I see like $34 for a steak, and I'm like, it's probably fair enough. Like a sirloin steak, the size that I'm getting, and I was like, if it's cooked well, it's like. It probably would have cost like $12 for the steak itself.
Yeah.
So fair enough.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like there's a bit of labor plus your veggies and chips and whatever. But I can't see how that works with like a chicken schnitzel.
No.
That's just a breast. That's like $4.
Yeah.
It's like and it's like, oh, you want $28 for a schnitzel?
Yeah.
What? How? Why?
How does that even work?
Why?
Well, I think pub prices when it comes to ordering food, at least for me, is you have to find that sweet spot of like value, versus like overeating. Because you could get like a really big piece of schnitzel and it's like, oh, sweet, this is great. But you get halfway through and it's like, I don't need the rest of this. I'm full already.
Yeah, I paid 20
and
bucks
I feel like
to
I've wasted my money.
Not eat a quarter of it.
And then you eat all of it anyways. And then you just feel like, oh, like that was not worth it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get like a pizza and you eat like, you eat it all quite quickly and you're like, oh, I'm satisfied. I don't need anything else.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, sweet, I've saved like $5 by getting that instead. You know what I mean?
I think
it just depends.
I can't eat till I'm full. Well, like I can, but I don't like to.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good.
No.
You don't feel good after like a huge meal.
You just want to feel nice and
Unless
light
it's Christmas.
anyways.
Christmas is the one time I'll do it.
Christmas.
But because Christmas
Maybe
food
Easter
is such a
as well.
variety, it's not like you're getting full on just a huge piece of schnitzel and some
It's like
chips.
lots of little things.
Like you have a few prawns, you have some potato salad, you have some like regular garden
You have
salad.
some smoked
You
ham.
do some ham.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Smoked ham.
Smoked ham.
The best kind.
Smoking the good kush when it died.
What? That's crazy,
That's how they
bro.
make it less cruel.
Yeah.
Like, here, get high first.
Hey, smoke some of these, huh?
Smoked ham.
It's cool, bro. Everyone's doing it.
Bro, that guy over there is triple smoked.
Ham's just baked off its head. Anyways, yeah, that was my steak adventure. It was good.
What'd you have with it?
Just some roasted potatoes and some veggies.
And some veggies.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
But I cut up all 4 steaks after cooking it and picked out like the good pieces because it was a bit rare and I gave away from so I think that's kind of cheating.
One thing I noticed too is like in my limited steak cooking adventures, sometimes a piece will look a lot more rare because of the red liquid. And if you actually kind of like on the cut where you cut it, like the cross section, you just run your knife along it and it wipes away the red liquid color, and you'll actually see the real color of the meat, and it won't be as rare as you think it is.
It's just it's interesting because it's like it's so skillful. So many people have their little tips of like do this and then do that and then do this. Whereas when you cook like chicken, it's just like I don't know, just throw it in with some spices and wait till it's white.
Wait till it's golden.
Like, that's all it is. You know what I mean?
And if it's got crumbs on it, see, I struggle to cook chicken that doesn't have crumbs on it. Or any sort of crumb, because the golden crumb is the indicator to me that it's cooked enough and you can flip it.
It's super easy to cook just regular chicken.
Yeah, but I struggle.
You just throw it in a pan and you just like let it sit and then you just like slowly sort of mix it through. I'll teach you, bro. I'll teach you all the steps. Step 1,
pat it
heat
dry.
the pan. Step 2, throw it in the pan. Step 3, wait.
You ever had boiled chicken breast?
Yes.
Not a fan.
It's disgusting.
We boiled steaks at university.
What?
Because this was, I was telling you last week about the crust forming, and that's the flavor.
Yeah.
So the
Better boiled
test
steak.
was what does a cooked steak taste like without that crust formation? Not good.
It'd just be like a chewy, like
Not good at all.
like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we put it in a bag and then boiled it. So it wasn't in the water.
Yeah.
But then they're like, chuck another bit in the water, just see what it does. And it just like, it's just terrible. Wasn't good. It turns grey.
Nah.
Yeah, it's like that real yucky grey. It's not like a nice brownie.
It's like it's steamed basically. Yeah.
Boiled.
Oh, yuck. Anyways, that's disgusting. Dirty clothes clean now?
So, I had this little dilemma when you got here.
I've been in and out of the house for a few days. So I haven't I've been staying at Lyndall's place a few nights.
Who's Lyndall?
It's a really old joke.
I don't give a fuck.
I try and come up with something on the fly really quickly creative. And it never
But you're just not
happens.
very
And
creative.
I just end up going, just a
girl.
girl. Just a girl. No, Lyndall is my girlfriend. I've been staying there the last few nights, so I haven't been home. And I may have left some dirty clothes on the floor.
Disgusting.
But-
Your room is a mess.
But the issue, right?
Is that my towel?
Yeah, you left that here after
I
New
leave a
Year's as
lot
well.
of things here.
Yeah.
In my body.
Anyways, and I had a little dilemma of, the old sniff test of whether something's, is it clean or dirty.
Yes.
When it's been sitting out in the air for a few days,
I see what you mean.
that smell goes away.
Yeah. It just
And
smells like your room.
and it just-
which normal
now-
clothes smells like that anyway.
Exactly.
Wow.
So there's a bunch of clothes
So what'd
items
you do?
today where I was like, I think I wore this. It looks like I wore it, but it doesn't smell.
So what'd you do?
Chuck it in the wash anyway.
Yeah.
Better
That's always a
better
nice
safe, better safe
safe.
than sorry.
Unless I'm going out and there's a particular shirt I want to wear and it's like, I don't know if this is clean, but it looks clean,
Yeah.
I'll probably wear it.
Yeah,
But if
shirts
it's like,
I won't usually wash unless they smell like body odor or they have a stain on them.
yeah.
like-
or they smell like
Yeah,
cologne or something that you've already put on. So
Yeah.
it smells like, I wore this like last week. So it's good.
Yeah.
But when cologne sort of sits on clothes for a while, it still smells like it, but it's, I don't know.
So
for me,
subtle.
it just makes it feel like it's dirty. It's like, oh, I've already worn that. Like I want that nice, clean, like laundry smell. You know the laundry smell, like detergent smell.
I'm familiar.
It's like, oh yeah, sweet. I just washed this. You know.
Why is your shirt so warm? Oh,
And
I
you
just
know
got it
when
out of the dryer.
Why is it soaking wet? I gotta wet it.
That's that laundry feel.
But you know when you wash a shirt like a t-shirt and it's like you dried it, so it's a bit like you know how they
Stiff.
shrink a bit. It shrinks a bit. I like that.
It hugs you a bit more.
I like that feeling
it's
a
good,
lot more. Like it just feels like this shirt I just washed like I don't know a while ago, but it feels nicer because it's a bit more like shrunken.
Yeah,
you know.
Yep. It
just
feels
feeling.
like the fabric's a bit loose.
A bit more loose.
a bit loose after
fibers.
wearing it for a bit.
Yeah.
And then when you put it on, it's like nice and I love a crisp shirt.
Yeah, nice
You
and
know,
crisp.
something that like it kind of holds its shape.
Sorry, that's.
I can't put my hands down because the
Oh,
sleeves are in the
This
way.
is actually like tightened around my torso and I can't move. I'm struggling to breathe right now, but it's good.
I can't breathe.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So what about these dirty clothes? Oh, whether you wash them
That's
or clean
it.
them.
That's it. Sometimes I'm in my bedroom and I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't tell if I just wanted to see if it was a shared experience.
Yeah, okay. No,
That's all.
100%. 100%
Yeah.
sniff clean. The only thing
It's like
that...
clothes that are dirty are now clean
Because you just leave them out for a while.
Mm.
Makes me wonder, do I need to wash clothes or can I just air them out in the sun?
It's a good question.
Definitely. I'll
You should probably
keep
test that.
washing my
You
clothes.
should keep washing clothes. Unless the only thing that doesn't count towards is undies. Undies will forever be washed. Like I'll never sniff test undies. If I suspect those are dirty, they're going straight in the wash.
Really? You don't
even
do
if,
a sniff test?
Even if they're just freshly washed and I don't know. Actually, I can usually tell. I sort my clothing. But it's like, if it's like, oh man, I haven't got anything to wear, I'll figure something out. Like I'll
So,
never wear undies twice.
I'm not ashamed to admit because I think it's just a testament to how clean I am as a person.
Oh, Jesus.
I believe I'm a very clean person.
You wear dirty undies? That's what you're telling me right now. No. I think that's what he's saying. I think that's ladies and gentlemen.
I just measure the stain.
Yeah.
No.
That's
No
my
stains. No
stain.
stains on my undies.
Oh yeah, pull your undies out right now.
I'll bend over for you
No,
right
I'm
this
kidding.
minute.
I'm kidding.
You can lick it. It's that clean.
Oh,
If like I'm a clean person and I trust that I'm a clean person, so my undies should not smell any different to any other piece of clothing. It's just like a bit of sweat.
yeah, but pee comes out where your undies come from. Nowhere else.
I don't know, man.
They're gonna smell. They're gonna
a
smell
lot of
different
shit.
because that's where.
Do you pee your pants regularly?
No, but it's like
What do you?
That's
Why is there pee
where-
there?
there isn't.
Do you
but
not
I'm-
shake it off when you
Yeah,
go pee?
of course I shake it off. I'm
Oh,
just
what's the
saying
issue?
that.
What's the issue?
Anyways, let's just move on. You know what? Michael wears dirty underwears, and then that's final.
I
That's
don't
it.
wear dirty underwear.
Prove it. No,
They're always clean. I change every hour.
yeah, I change every hour. Quick. Oh, God, these are dirty.
Yeah.
Stinky. Yeah, nice, cool.
I saw a Reddit post actually. This might get a bit gross, but I saw a Reddit post that was like it was on a subreddit called Too Afraid to Ask,
Oh, no.
and it was like, are skid marks normal? And everyone was like, no, they're not. I'm so sorry, but they're not because they're like, I've dated multiple guys where it was just what they did normally, and they're like,
What kind of... What the hell?
I'm
Who the
like,
hell are you dating?
No, I'm sorry, guys. If anyone's listening and you get skid marks, you're not wiping properly.
No.
You should be wipe till white. Everyone knows the saying.
Or either white to white or white till red. If it's bleeding, that's good. At least it's clean. You know what I mean? At least it's not brown. You just keep going.
Anything but brown.
Everything but brown.
And if you can't get it away, you go have a shower.
Go have a shower. Use some like wet wipes or something. I don't
Yeah.
know, bro. Figure it
Yeah.
out. I figured out how to
Yeah.
wipe my ass
And
many
it seemed
years
like
ago.
it seemed like in this comment section there was an alarming amount of like women who had been with guys who would say it's gay to like touch their own buttholes. They were worried it's
I've
gay.
heard of that. I've heard people don't
I'm
clean
like-
their butt cheeks because it's gay to touch
it's
an
gay
ass.
to touch an ass.
What the fuck is wrong with you,
It's
bro?
so stupid.
If your
It's like
masculinity
saying you
is
won't-
so
it's
fragile.
it's like saying you won't have a wank because
Yeah.
it's too gay.
It's too gay. I touch a penis.
Man, I'm so sexually frustrated. What
I can't
What
do
can
it.
I do?
Yeah.
Potentially,
It's like going to pee, but you don't touch your dick because it's like, oh, you gotta let it hang. Don't
just
touch your
spraying-
dick, bro.
it's
That's
spraying
weird.
about.
That's weird.
Have you ever seen the Little Rascals on their fire hose and they're like flying about?
Yeah,
That's what it's like.
that's actually me.
Pee going everywhere.
with the pee because I don't touch it. Yeah, I've heard of that
Because they're
before.
children.
And it's like, bro, why is your masculinity so fragile that you can't
Yeah.
wipe your ass properly? That's
Not
disgusting.
even like.
You know how girls describe like icks that they have? Like,
Yeah.
oh, ew, you know?
Yeah.
As if that's not one of them. Like,
100%.
that's like a global ick, no matter what gender you are. If
Imagine
you see
picking
it,
up your partner's clothes and it has like a shit stain.
yeah, that's disgusting.
That's major ick.
That's That's breakup material.
No one thinks, scent.
But even that conversation, oh, do you not wipe your butt? Nah, it's gay. We're done, actually. That's weird. That's crazy because I think we're actually just about to break up. Oh, that's weird. That's so strange.
That is something.
I'm sorry
I
to whoever you've been dating. You've been dating some weird dudes.
I can do untidiness. I can't do grossness.
Yeah, that's gross.
You know what I mean?
That's gross.
Like empty dishes and stuff. Even in like bedrooms.
Look, people can improve.
You got a bit of, even a few old clothes.
And like maybe some clean clothes scattered about. That's fine. Untidiness is okay.
People are a bit dusty.
But
people are a bit dirty.
It's like filth that I can't do.
That's gross. That's just gross.
Disgusting.
Anyways, that's
Sean Peace's undies.
Do you wipe your butt? That's kind of gay, bro.
Nah, man.
So you cut your hair, Michael. We talk about hair a lot on this podcast, but it just sort of happened out of the blue. You were just like, shave my head.
Yeah, I decided to go for function. Instead of aesthetic.
How many times have you shaved your head now? Twice?
A few times in my life.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Kind of within like the last few years.
And we discovered something very, very interesting about your head.
I'm surprised you didn't already know this from last time. Because you would have been able to see it last time.
Ages ago. What, 2020 or something?
Yeah. So, go on, just say it. Just say it.
You have a lump in your head. Like your head goes like downwards.
It's a dip followed by a lump. So the lump looks a lot worse.
Wave check.
It looks like I wear headphones all the time, and
that's what I said.
And it's crushed my skull.
So it looks like you've been wearing like headphones.
It's when I'm extreme gaming.
Yeah, because
the seal is so tight that I only hear video game sound.
You know me, Michael, and you. We're serious gamers.
We're serious gamers.
And I've seen my hair, after a long gaming session with the boys.
A lot of girls just went, ick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, fuck them. Too bad. I'm a gamer. And I pee my pants. Well, yeah, because when I shaved my head, that exact thing would happen. Like, I'd wear headphones, and then I remember I went to
But it's just flattening the hair.
It's just flattening the hair.
Denting your skull.
It looks like it's a dent.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to soccer, and then, like, a mate of mine's like, oh, you've got headphone hair. And I'm like, what the hell's headphone hair? Because I never shaved my head.
Yeah,
I was like, what the hell? And then I looked, and I was like, oh, that's so embarrassing. So then when I saw yours, I was like, you've been wearing headphones. And you're like, nah, that's just the way my head goes. And I'm like, oh. And then now I can't stop looking at it.
It's like, it's kind of like, when you're a baby. And your head is like tectonic plates.
Yeah.
And it all floats around and whatever. It's like that,
weird.
but they just never like met.
I just don't know whether the skull's doing it or the hair's doing it.
It's the skull.
Yeah, I touched
the skull. I can feel it. Yeah, there's a bump. And the back of my head, it like points upwards.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
You got a bump in your head.
So this is the dilemma.
So I love having a shaved head. It's so convenient.
Very convenient.
It shaves at least 40 seconds off your dry time.
At least.
It buzzes at least 40 seconds off your drying time out of the shower.
Yeah, and that's vital time.
Yeah. And like it's just so convenient.
Because Michael doesn't shower very often.
I don't have to style it.
He smells really bad very consistently. So when he showers, it makes it easier for him because he doesn't have to dry it for long.
I shower before I shit. So that I always have some.
Oh god, I gotta poo.
Always have some fresh skid marks.
Some big ones.
So you
just shaved it.
So I shaved it for convenience, but
what is with you and just not having normal hair?
Does convenience outweigh the fact that I have a munted head that doesn't look that good bald?
No, it doesn't.
I think it might.
What if you lose your hair one day? And
I'm gonna keep it like this for a while. I've decided.
Okay.
Give it 2 weeks, and I'm gonna get Lyndall to go back over it with a number one. It's a number one. You can like see my scalp.
Yeah, look, I prefer this.
And I have very dark, thick hair.
I prefer this over the wild hairdo that you got going on a while ago. That was tragic. This is not
the
bad.
long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You should get like the front lined up. You know, they like get the hairline with like
man.
a zero.
Nah, I never will.
You should do it.
So I've got a little pointy forehead.
It's not that bad. Like I have the same thing. It's a bit of a point at the front. It's not like you have a receding hairline. It's just the hair sort of comes into
it comes in a little bit high on the sides. But I have a small forehead, so it looks pointier than it probably is. You know.
But like, what if you just get that little bit touched up, like with like a zero?
Because
like that.
I've got such dark, thick hair that as soon as it grows back, you'll see that I just buzzed it back a little bit. And I've always looked at people. This is out of principle. I'm not doing it out of principle. Because I've always looked at people that redo their hairlines, and I'm like, that looks so stupid. Because you're forcing a haircut that doesn't look good for your head shape. You need to find something that works. You need to find something that works with the head shape.
Yeah,
not like you can't force it back.
I agree.
Because when it grows back, it just looks terrible.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Nah, look, convenience, good for you, man.
Yeah.
You just go for it.
But I almost didn't realize how dark and big my eyebrows are. until I buzzed my hair. Because it makes
You've
them
got
look,
big old caterpillar
it makes
eyebrows.
them look so much darker. Hey,
You got big old eyebrows.
Yeah. Anyways,
Like I said, you look like a criminal. But
yeah, I'm
that's
going
alright.
for that hardened look.
Yeah, you go for whatever look you want, Michael. You know what is with you and not having normal haircuts? What is with that?
I like changing it up.
Fair enough. So do I. That's fair. Now look, I went up the coast, Michael.
Yes, you went to
Went to Foster.
Foster.
You spelled highway wrong.
I just did H-I way, didn't I?
Yeah,
Way as in W-E-I-G-H.
You are so dumb. It amazes me. Highway driving. Yeah, so I went up the coast.
Hey man, looking pretty big.
4 hours.
You got
driving.
a highway.
Anyways, I'm gonna go chuck a piss. Yeah, 4 hour drive. Anyways, kneeboarding.
Yeah.
Have you been kneeboarding before?
Yeah, it's like skiing for people that can't stand up.
You're correct. It's incredibly easy. I've done it before.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Don't you just kneel?
You literally just you sit there on it, and then the boat speeds up, and then you just quickly shift your legs onto it, and then you just tie yourself up. You've done it before, but so you know exactly.
You strap in.
Have you not done it before?
I think I have, but I can't remember.
So you're a liar.
It would have been years ago.
So you're lying to me.
No, I have done it.
So then
I swear I've kneeboarded.
so the kneeboard itself has like a clip at the front that you put the rope in.
Yeah.
So it speeds up, and then it holds the rope, and then as it holds it, you pull yourself up onto the board. Put your knees on, and then you have a strap there. You strap yourself in.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, I was doing it. The reason it hurts here is because
You're pulling. You're being pulled with the rope.
no,
right?
I was with my cousin, and then what you can do as a bit of a prank is you pull.
You punch each other.
You
In the
swing
ribs.
yourself in the head. You unstrap each other. No, you pull the rope a bit forward, so you're a little bit ahead of them, and then you spray them with the board. So as I was
classic.
doing that, we hit a whole bunch of waves, and I obviously wasn't holding the rope very well, so I let go of it, and I went crazy. And that thing at the back just whacked me in the rib, and I was like, "Oh, that's my own."
So
fault.
the handle whacked you in the ribs.
Yes,
As you stacked it.
as I stacked it.
Okay.
But anyways, yes. 4 hour drive, very easy drive. I like highway driving. It's very fun.
Who did you drive with?
Myself. But highway driving is very easy, but there's only one rule that annoys me that people don't follow.
Keep left.
Keep left. It is the most frustrating thing.
Catherine, you listening?
Keep left unless you're overtaking. What that means is you stay in the left lane if you're slow, go in the right lane if you're fast.
Yep.
There's nothing more annoying when you're trying to overtake someone and then someone pulls out as well to overtake this person. When you're in the right hand lane and you're overtaking a car on the left, go fast and overtake them quickly and then slow back down to what your speed was beforehand.
Yeah.
If you're going 112 and the person's going 110, don't whip out in the right hand lane and take 2 hours to overtake the person. Put the pedal to the metal and get in front of them. There's nothing more annoying when you're in the right hand lane and you're there's people in the left lane going faster than you. And you're like, why am I backed up?
Yeah.
I'm in the fast lane.
Yeah.
And then you go around a bend and you can see the lineup of cars and there's this stupid Corolla that's just going trying to overtake this car and held up a whole bunch of people. It's the most frustrating thing. That's the only thing that annoys me about highway driving. It's what are you doing? There was one time I was driving and there was someone in the right hand lane. So I stood up, I was behind him. I'm like, is this guy going to move over? So I jumped in the left lane and overtook him, and I gave him the big dirty mark. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Are you a fan of the look?
Yeah, 100%.
You just see what they look like.
You go, what the fuck are you doing?
I want to see if you look as dumb as you drive.
Even though I've got tinted windows, you can't see what I'm doing. But
Do
it's
you
what the fuck?
You put the window down just so you can just eye them.
Just really loud. Oh, that's another thing that I forgot about. People who drive on the highway with their windows down, 100% psychotic.
I can't do it. It hurts. It hurts the ears.
They're battling demons, bro. Why they got their windows down if you're going 120 kilometers an hour?
This is the sound.
That's pretty similar.
That was very unpleasant. For anyone listening, I hope it is.
I hope it
That's what it's like. That's what it's like driving on the highway. It's like the bass.
So loud.
It's like they took a dubstep song.
Yeah.
Took out any other noise except for all the bass and then dialed it to 1,000.
Yeah, and it's it's so annoying.
Yeah.
And it's you drive past these people that have just got their arm down cruising, and it's bro, what are you doing? You've got either bad hearing or you're losing your marbles. Already, I've got my windows up and I have to turn my music up quite loudly because you're driving quick.
And it's just highway driving in general is pretty loud.
I haven't even got my thing on. I haven't even got my windows down. Anyways, I just want to talk about highway driving.
Highway driving is good.
Annoys me.
I can't on a road trip. I hate the first hour
Yeah.
And I hate the last hour.
Really?
Yeah. I love anything in between. Anything in between feels like it flies.
Yeah,
It could be 6 hours on a highway.
Yeah.
But as long as I know I'm not close,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
But as soon as I know I'm close,
As soon as you
I'm
see
like,
that sign that says,
I then
Foster,
start
80 kilometers.
I then
and you're
start
like,
paying more attention to how close I am.
Uh-huh.
And it just,
I know exactly what you
it
mean.
just makes things worse.
Yeah. I mean,
do you prefer long drives without people or with people?
Without.
Without.
100%.
Yeah.
I like the thought of me driving to Foster by myself. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So I can listen to my own music. I don't need to talk to anyone.
Stop when you want.
Stop when I want.
Yeah.
And usually that's not very frequent. If I stop, it's not for long.
It's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
On the way up there, I stopped to get Subway, grabbed it, and ate it in the car. Because I gotta get there. I don't like sitting around and waiting, especially if it's like,
good.
let's just get this out of the way and just do it.
So
You know what I mean?
Lyndall and I are the opposites. I'm a big, I like getting to the destination because that's where the fun is.
Yeah.
Lyndall is very much, let's enjoy the journey. Let's stop at a few towns.
What the fuck?
Let's go to a few lookouts. And to be fair, I've been
Hey, babe, check out that lighthouse. Get the fuck out of here. We're not going in there. Screw.
locks doors,
Yeah, locks
speeds
doors.
up.
Get the fuck out
Jump
of here.
out now. We got 120.
Go on. Yeah, go on, bitch.
That's
You'll
death.
die.
But like, she's kind of opened my eyes a little bit to the scenic route. To be fair, I still would prefer my let's get there kind of thing. But I'm in the boat of like, if we're gonna do it scenic, we're gonna do it scenic.
Yeah, don't
So
do it
let's go 20 minutes out of the way, not just 5.
Yeah.
I'm more annoyed at 5 minutes out of the way
Yep.
than like half an hour out of the way kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Or if we're gonna go to that place, let's spend like 40 minutes walking around town kind of thing. Like, let's not do it.
Let's make it half
It's not a
day
drive
out of it.
by. Yeah, it's like, let's take half a
You want
day.
to visit there? Let's visit there. Not like,
Yeah.
oh, let's just like go in and then leave. Like, no.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the trip. Like this trip going to Foster, the main attraction is the beaches and stuff. So I'm going there for, like, there's no beaches along the way.
Yep.
Especially when you go into the snow. Like there's no snow until you get to the snow. Like I'm not interested in stopping at all unless I need to pee. Like there's nothing to see. I don't want to stop in Canberra.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
like,
long.
let's
It's a long
get
drive to the snow.
there. It's like 7 hours. Yeah.
7 hours.
6, isn't
It's
it?
like 5.5.
Oh, where did I get 7 from?
I don't know.
When you drive with me, it's like 2. But
Yeah, because you're speeding.
because I'm flying. But yeah, there's nothing more annoying than that. But I do agree with what you're saying. But if I was to stop, like if I was driving up to like Byron, for example, for those who don't know where that is,
Byron's
that's
a
like,
long way.
like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if I'd stop, but stop for like a night, like stop somewhere because it's a long drive.
Yeah.
Rather than do like let's like just drop in here, especially when it's 8 hours. It's like, bro, you got a long drive ahead. Let's just get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, look, I don't mind. I like a road trip. A road trip's fun.
There is. So in Lyndall's family, her brother-in-law and sister, they like to do road trips the scenic route. But what they'll try and do is go like between 2 locations using only like dirt roads, no highways.
Why?
Because like, I don't know, because there's lots of properties in Australia.
Yeah.
And so there's dirt roads that run between them to allow access. And they're open to the public.
Yeah.
So you can still go from like, I don't know, Orange to freaking like Alice Springs on dirt roads. You don't have to go on a highway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or not entirely dirt roads, but there are a lot of connecting dirt roads. And once they were driving on this like dirt road kind of in the middle of like New South Wales and nothing around, a fish landed on their car. Yeah.
Really?
It was dropped by a bird
Oh, okay.
in like the middle of a field.
That's crazy.
Fish landed on their car. And so they got the fish. It was
They
still
ate it?
alive. And they found like a little pond and they like put it back in the pond.
That fish is going to be so confused for the rest of its life. Like, where the fuck am I? Why is this water so hot? And then it'll die.
Yeah.
Should have just ate it. Actually,
And
no.
then it ran into a wall and it was like, damn,
You say my jokes are bad.
That was pretty good.
Nah, that was cringe. I thought you were going to say the fish fell down because you know how sometimes like tornadoes and shit like bring up wildlife and they drop it somewhere else?
Do they really? Is that a real thing that happens?
Yeah, like they bring up like
Pick up like fish.
they bring up cows and stuff.
No, that's from that movie.
Bruh.
What's the movie where the house lands on the witch?
Oh, you mean
You're thinking of The Wizard of Oz. I don't
No,
think,
no.
do cows actually get picked up by tornadoes?
Do cows?
That would be funny as hell.
Yeah, I swear to God they do.
Imagine you
in
sitting
the rare occurrence, but they do. Not often, but like,
They can.
do cows have best friends? No. Do cows get picked
Imagine you're sitting in your living room
by tornadoes?
and they're like,
A tornado has true.
you're just waiting out a storm and a cow goes straight through the front.
Oh shit!
Straight through the front window.
Oh, that's Billy. Oh shit! It's getting pretty close. Yeah.
Can you hear a bell in the distance and it gets louder and louder? And then,
Just imagine that. Yeah. It's just right here.
yeah, you hear it like go past the window.
Yeah. Oh shit!
That was a weird sounding car.
Yeah, tornadoes have tipped over trains and sucked up cows, but the objects that travel farthest are not surprisingly small and light. But they have, yes.
I can imagine a tornado would be hella fun for a bird.
You reckon? I reckon it'd be
Yeah.
hella fun for the cow because it doesn't fly. So it's like, shit, where am I
Do
going?
you think a fish would enjoy a water slide?
Yeah? No?
No?
Yeah.
I can't. Maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
don't
Do you
know.
think everyone was kung fu fighting?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people. I feel like
Seems like a lot of people.
That's a lot of broken bones.
I don't know,
probably.
man. It seems like a lot of people, but why would they say in the song if it's not true?
Did you ever watch like a movie as a kid and then you'd go home and like be that movie? Like Spider-Man or
Of course.
there was one in my family that got banned. So my mum banned for a period of time movies called The Three Ninjas.
Why?
Did you ever watch this show?
No.
So it was about like three little kids and their granddad was like a kung fu master. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how he spoke.
Really?
Yeah, he said, "What?" It's like, yes, granddad, coming for breakfast.
And they were like three little kids and they would find themselves in like, I don't know, real crime scenarios with like the Japanese mafia or whatever.
Of course.
And they would karate their way out of it. These three little kids beating up
Sounds
adults.
like a great movie.
And I was like, that's heaps cool. I love that. And then we would watch it as kids and then fight each other. And there were too many incidents. And my mum's like, that's it. No more Three Ninjas because you keep fighting each other.
Damn it.
And I just said, Mum, what?
And she didn't get it.
And
She
she's
didn't get
dead
the movie. She's dead now.
Yeah.
That would be
I
like
killed her.
that would be like Star Wars. You ever have like fake lightsabers?
Yeah.
We had
Always
fake
come home,
lightsabers.
bro.
Oh,
I got your
loved
hand.
it.
I got your hand. No, you didn't. Yeah,
it.
yeah. Your hand's cut off now.
I've got. You can't use that one.
Can't use that one. No.
No. I got a robot one now.
No, it doesn't count. It doesn't count.
I've got the high ground as you stand on the couch.
Then you absolutely just murk your sister.
Floor is lava, Anakin. Ha ha ha.
Nice one.
Anyways.
I've just started a new job of full-time work.
Yes.
I've worked full-time before,
Yep.
but only for like 2 months.
Yep.
You've worked full-time for a while.
Yep.
What are some tips you can give me? You know?
Develop a routine.
Okay.
Do your best to stick to it.
Okay.
Because as soon as you don't, it's like you just fall off.
Yeah, okay.
Also, get to bed early.
Okay.
Because work fucking sucks with not enough sleep. Especially to do it a few days back to back. Because you'll stuff it up one day and then it almost ruins the rest of your week because you'll be tired the next afternoon. You probably have a nap, but then it means you can't get to bed till later that night.
Yeah, okay.
And then you don't get enough
It's a
sleep.
vicious cycle.
And then you get into a cycle. So like don't develop bad habits.
Also, put your phone away at work. Just don't go on it.
Yeah.
Just don't go on it. Even during breaks.
Yeah.
Don't go on it.
Oh, why is that? Why even do breaks?
Because I've been in a few really chill workplaces where like everyone chills on their phone during breaks or, you know, whatever. Well, the reason I don't use my phone during breaks is because it doesn't feel like a break. Because your brain needs a break, but you're not giving it a break if you just fill it with
Phone.
another thing to focus on, which is phone or social media or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that at work? Like you'd go on your phone and you'd not feel like you had a break when you went back out?
I always, when I worked at Woolworths,
Yeah.
I never had my phone on me. I always had it in the back dock.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So when I did have a break, like you said, it was a break because I never used to have my phone on me because I hated it buzzing when I was doing stuff.
Yeah. So even during your break, you wouldn't be on your phone?
No, on my break I would.
Okay,
If I had
right.
a 15-minute
Yeah,
break.
see, when I worked at Bunnings or retail or restaurants or whatever, if I was on my phone during my break, I would go back out to work and feel like I never had a break.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
all my brain did was shift from work to like the endless cycle of like dopamine hits that you get through like social media or whatever. So I need to actually switch off. But also, like, don't get in the habit of checking your phone during the day. Yeah. I hate that as a teacher. I often mark the roll on a device, whether it be my laptop or phone. Laptops are just cumbersome to carry in the workshops, so I just don't. So I use my phone most of the time, but it means it's always on me, and I just like it's so easy to develop a habit of just like checking it or replying to a message when you should be doing work kind of thing, because it's so quick to reply to a message. Don't check your phone.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
It also looks really bad.
I started using this thing today. I think everyone's phone has it. It's like a do not disturb, but you can set it for like different functions.
Yeah,
so for work, you can set it so like it'll notify you if like your boss messages you, or like certain apps notify you, but like all social medias your phone won't buzz.
Yeah.
And I started using it today and it's good, but it's made me think like I've never really wanted an Apple Watch until now.
Okay.
I kind of want to get an Apple Watch purely so I can keep my phone away from me. It'll let me know who's messaging me. And I don't need, like, if it's urgent, I'll like go sort it out. But I don't need to have my phone on me at all. I can do whatever I want. And it's like, oh, okay, this is only a Snapchat. I don't need to worry about it. Oh, but like, oh, my mom's messaging me. I better go like see what's going on. You know what I mean? That's the only, like, I've never really wanted one. I've always thought they were kind of like, but now it's like, oh, that one feature would be really handy. Because especially in my work, like I have a desk, obviously, but I'm like, oh, hey, can you come help with this? And I don't want to grab my phone every time. I just want to leave it, like you said.
Yeah.
But it's like, in an emergency, like what if my boss messages me? It would just be handy to have. So it's like, it's the only reason I want to get one now. So it's like, oh, should I get one?
I think another piece of advice I would give for full-time workers or people that go into full-time work is you gotta kind of pick early whether or not you keep all your cards close to your chest or you really make your work like your home almost. Because like I have friends that their school is like a really close, tight-knit community. Like they would make cakes for each other. It's a real like experience, almost being a part
like
of
a
the
family.
Yeah, it's like work is like, you know, everyone's very
culture.
close and friendly and stuff. And then you have other people that work and they just like, no, I go to work and I go home.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there longer than I need to. I don't want to stick around for lunches. I don't want to be a part of, you know, the socials of work. I just want to go to work, go home. But I think you got to kind of pick early what you want to do.
I think for me, because it's my first like full-time job, I kind of like sort of having that social interaction of like meeting sort of new people. And, but I think the key is to, with everyone you work with, sort of find something you're both in common with. Yeah. I find it, I think I mentioned it before, but footy, like NRL or like a sport is so good at work because you find that person, oh, he supports the Bunnies. Yeah. Oh man, just catch the game last night, crazy about such and such. And it's like, it's great. It's friendly. And that way you guys can like, you know, get to know each other a bit better, but it doesn't like get any deeper than it needs to be. Yeah. It's just like, and then like talking about like footy is, you know, how long is a piece of streak? You can stay there for hours if you want to, or it can be a little like, crazy game, you know?
It's also the type of thing, like I haven't been part of a staff room yet. Really, apart from like placement, the one I did placements, I haven't really been a part of like a staff room long term that I'm like, I want to put in the effort to like develop good relationships with these people. Really worth it because I just I just didn't really like vibe it. Yeah. And so, you know, but like if I found that place, then 100% I would. But I don't know. There's not really much advice. I think routine's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I mean, routine's the biggest thing. But
it's also difficult because like teaching is such a different profession to what you do. Yeah. Because teaching's very like things just come up. Yeah. Like you can go into a day with next to nothing to do and come out of it with like more work than ever because like incidents happened. You have to do reports. You have to like catch up with parents over kids that did the wrong thing. You have to like you can create work for yourself in teaching and it's very unexpected sometimes. Yeah.
I think if I had to, not that I'm giving myself advice, but one thing that I think I need to get for sure is the clothing. I know it sounds dumb, but when you
just have 2 outfits.
But I feel like when you have lots of clothes that all fit perfect, like, and they're all comfortable to wear, it makes it so much better. Because you know when you have like, I don't know, when you wear certain clothes and stuff to work and you're in it all day and it's like, oh, like my feet are sore or like, oh, I'm like getting really hot in this like particular thing that I'm wearing. I feel like that makes a big difference. Yeah. Especially in the long term.
What you should do is see if your workplace has work shirts that they sell.
Yeah, they do.
Do they do polos?
Yeah. So I've already got a few of those.
That's easy.
I'm going to be getting more like within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be ordering like 3 or 4, and it's like literally I'll be wearing that, and that's it. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think I've said before, but a uniform is so much better than like wearing whatever you want. Not that they impose to wear whatever you like. Not that they impose you have to wear this certain clothing, but it's like if it's the company's polo shirts, they're not going to get angry at you for wearing that. So it's like if I wear that all the time, it's fine. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it takes so much stress off me of being like, oh, what do I have to wear? It's like, oh, that, and that's it. And it's like, sweet.
Yeah.
But
also, this is like, there's old school advice, but like you dress for the job you want.
Yeah.
Or you act for the job you want. You know what I mean? So it's like you kind of like don't settle.
So not like t-shirt and shorts and thongs?
Nah, I don't advise. Not when handling the stuff you'll be handling.
Yeah, true.
maybe a bit more safety equipment.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. That was it.
Yeah, like it's weird. Teaching's a weird one because there are some people that literally rock up to like you have PE teachers that literally rock up to work in gym gear. Like if a school has a school polo, then they might wear that if the school enforces it. Yeah. But otherwise, they'll just wear like gym gear or like a collared polo that they can run around in. Yeah. But it's like still like gym wear, like gym shorts. Teachers will wear tights.
Yep.
Like teachers that I went to school that I taught with this year would literally wear like it had tears in like the collar and the sleeves. He'd had it probably for like 20 years.
Oh, okay.
And he just wore like cargo shorts, boots, but not even all the time boots. He would wear like regular runners and just like this ratty t-shirt, but it had a collar. And the rule at public schools typically is it has to be a collared shirt.
Yeah.
And he's like, it has a collar. But I'm like, you look like a grub.
You look
like I know you're an industrial arts teacher, but like, come on, man. Like your shorts are super dirty. Yeah. Like wear an apron in the workshop. Yeah. Don't dirty your clothes.
You can easily tell how long someone's been at a job by what they wear.
Yeah.
Like I've go through, like with my workplace, it's so different. You have people that today were wearing sandals, shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
All the way up to like, polos, nice shoes. Like there's such a variety and it's just like... It's just funny because usually the people that are wearing whatever the fuck they want, I've been there for 20 years. And it's like, well, they're not going to buy me now.
And some people are the opposite. Like, even if they've been there for 20 years, they'll still consider it a professional workplace. So you you rock up in your suit pants, your button shirt, your black shoes, and your jacket.
Yep.
And then you take your jacket off if it's cold, if it's warm, sorry. And then you still, like, you're always wearing a long button shirt, though. You're always wearing long pants. Yeah. Like,
well, I know with a lot of, like, finance and business people, that's like definitely a must when it comes to like what to wear.
Oh, absolutely. In because the finance and like commercial world.
Because they're a private business and they have clients and they have like people that they need to impress who pay them. So
it's literally all about image.
It's like to them, it's very important how that image is maintained. But for me, and I know with like you, I mean, it's still important for you, but it's like
to a degree, it depends.
Not as important, at least for me.
I can always play the practicality card, but for the most part, like a short sleeve button shirt, like I usually go for. But I would love to go to a school with like polos.
Yeah,
like a school uniform is my dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had it yet, or it hasn't been enforced at any schools.
Soon.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But I wish. I wish.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Last episode's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to make next week our last episode.
Last episode, yeah.
Sorry to anyone that we said it last week, but then we weren't sure. But next week, we've now decided next week's episode, this is a regular episode. Next week's episode will be
the last one.
But it's going to probably be a bit longer, I'm guessing.
Probably,
because we'll probably do like our almost regular episode. So, and then we're going to get Catherine in.
Yes.
She's now in Australia. So she's going to come over.
So our one American listener has actually moved to Australia. So she's no longer... We have no American listeners now. Yeah. Can you believe that?
I figured I might get Lyndall on the mic.
Actually, we have one. But yeah, I was thinking like we could 100% do the normal episode and then maybe like we could do half and then we can invite her over and then maybe we can talk about something. I
was thinking we'll just do almost a regular episode and then towards the end we'll like cut off and then later when Lyndall and Catherine come over, then we'll do like we'll do like something specific with them rather than just like regular episode topics with them. Yeah, I've got so many questions for Catherine.
Really?
What's cool. Walmart like?
What's America like?
What's America like, man?
But
no, also I think it'd be an interesting story for Lyndall because like she always gets name dropped too. To talk about what it was like dating someone because we met when I started the podcast.
Yes.
What it was like dating someone and listening to the podcast before we even met. I think that'd be a fun little story, maybe.
Yeah, I think that'll be really good. I think it'll be a nice, like, unscripted way sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're ending it because it's just getting a bit too hard to do everything.
Full-time work now, big plans
We've been doing
for
it for
both of us.
2 years pretty much. It was a lot of fun. We'll talk about it more while we're doing it next episode.
Yeah.
But we might actually use the Instagram and be like, hey, this is our final episode. But I think, so for anyone who actually still listens, we're not going to be recording it on Monday because you're going to be away. You don't get back to what, Thursday, you said?
Yeah, Thursday or something. But I might not be available till like Sunday. So we might skip a week and then do like a big release.
Cool. Like, it gives us longer anyways. But we'll decide on a day and then we'll post it. Like, we don't have a new episode this week, but we're filming the last one whenever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sounds cool. Final episode. It'll be episode 82.
Sounds good to me.
But yeah, we'll have Catherine on. We'll have Lyndall on. Have a chat with them and see how we go, eh?
Yeah. Lyndall can tell you how she hates me over the fact that I lost her stubby holder.
I think Lyndall is probably our number one listener. Or Catherine.
Lyndall's listened to every episode. I know it for a fact.
We'll ask Catherine and we'll be like, Catherine, how many have you listened to?
Okay.
Come on, honestly. Because I don't think it would be everyone. You reckon? Maybe it could be.
I don't think so. Maybe.
Surely she didn't listen to the start.
No,
you know what I mean?
she must have missed some.
Yeah. Maybe she listened to every single one. And they'll have to fight to the death. Sorry, that's just how it works.
All right.
Yeah, so that's episode 82. You can follow us at the Young Crumbs Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at the Young Crumbs Podcast. That's based on the underscores. Mark's Instagram is at @mobymusic_Dick. That's Moby Dick. My Instagram is at @Sean_199. Did that make sense?
I wonder if I can slow it down in post.
That would be pretty funny,
And it would
actually.
be perfectly clear.
You
Chinese.
can follow me at the Young Crumbs. Yeah.
It'll just be like... yeah, so if you didn't get that, Young Crumbs Podcast on Instagram. No underscores, no spaces, no dots. My Instagram's MOB_Y_Dick. That's Moby Dick. Sean's, yours is?
At Sean_Wool99.
That's it. Next week, big episode. It might be like an hour and a half or something. We'll see.
Just see how we
We'll
go.
just see how we go.
If we have lots of topics, we'll record for as long as we want, and then like we can cut it off, and then we can be like, hey, come over, we're ready whenever, and then we'll go from there, and we'll go from there, and then we'll go from there, and then we'll upload it.
Maybe we'll do a reading of all my sketch ideas.
You have them all there?
Oh, I've actually got like a good sketch idea, but it's not in like a good joke form. It's just kind of like a scenario. And it's about my head shape because you were making fun of me.
You have a weird head shape.
So
I'd be wearing hats for a while if I was you. Make you feel good, didn't it?
So, man who wants to donate organs after his death, unable to, because the surgeons couldn't get past the shape of his head. They were so entertained by it.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, it's
That's good.
It's like all right, guys, we're going to be opening up this cadaver. And they pull the
let's harvest the
they
brain.
pull the thing down. They're like, oh my god, this guy's head. So we're meant to be learning about livers today.
Yeah.
But look at this head. We need to cut this open, see what happens.
All right, we're going to be donating the cranium of this man. Thank you for donating it. But oh my god, look at that man's head. Oh no, we can't use this one. Look at this dude's head.
This is the Mariana Trench of heads.
I've never seen anything like this.
That's such a deep dip.
Bro, he must have been a pretty hardcore gamer. Look at his hair, bro.
Crater.
It's a crater. All right, bye guys.
Bye.